again, upper 70s, up toward 80 before the day is done. So that's going to be quite a nice day. And, of course, it's always a nice day in beautiful downtown Statesville. And it's time for Downtown on Tap with Marin Tomlin. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm very good.
Very good. And, of course, Downtown on Tap features all the great businesses and things that are
Absolutely.
downtown Statesville.
And we've got so many amazing businesses and several new ones with us today.
Yes, we do. So before we get there, do you want to update us on anything that's coming up? Now that we're trying to come out of COVID,
I know. Yes.
Have we had any word on stuff?
We are working hard to come up with a plan to be able to host some events. I'm waiting to hear back from the powers that be to kind of give me the blessing to move forward with some things.
The governor. We'll have to talk to the governor and see what he has to say.
So I'm hopeful that May, June we'll be able to have some semblance.
Some stuff, yeah.
Again, Friday after 5 is really challenging.
Yes, it is
because there's so many people, and
Well, there is. There's so many people, and then you just can't call up a band and say, "Hey, can you come Saturday or Friday?" It just don't work that way.
Right.
So
we're working on it.
Yeah, that's the way to be.
Like I said, I think we'll roll out with like art crawls and ladies' night out, a lot of shopping kind of events where it's in the stores. Wine walk.
Wine walk.
Yes.
Have a wine walk.
Yep.
And perhaps since for our breweries, we'll have beer walk. This thought.
It's a good idea. I like it.
It's a thought.
I like it.
That's right. So tell us who we got today.
So with us today, we have Dave Wilcox with 33 1/3 Records.
Good morning.
Excited to have this new shop in downtown. Actually started working with Dave and the other two, Casey and Derek, right? Mm-hmm. In December.
January. I think it was January already.
No, you came by to see me before Christmas.
Well, we did everything backwards in this process.
Okay.
So
Well, they came to see me, but we at least had the conversation.
Yes.
And you were excited at that point, and that gave us hope.
Yes. So, and then we also have Julie Carpenter here with us from Frontline Bargains.
Good morning.
Yeah. And we'll have to explain all the amazing things that they have down at their store. But we're going to start with Dave. Record Dave.
Record Dave.
That's right. I was given the name Record Dave.
Yeah. And I mean, a record store. Well, is it really called a record? Is it a vinyl store?
No,
I've
it's a
heard
record
that,
store in the sense that recorded music is there in any format. We have cassettes, CDs, vinyl, 45s, posters, shirts, DVDs. If it's music, we'll buy, sell, and trade it.
So it's like the good old Record Bar, or
Record Bar was up in the mall. It changed hands and it had shut down. We actually tried to purchase.
Don't remember that one.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
It was called Armada last. We went up there and we spoke to the owner and we tried to purchase those racks. Being in the old fire district, we wanted the metal racks, and that didn't work out. So we built racks. We were in close contact with Walt, who was okay with it, who's another huge fan of music. Everybody we spoke to was so into a music shop coming back, and now we're finding it's way more than half of the sales are vinyl.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'd read that was making a comeback.
Big time.
And they make record players still.
Yeah. So I mean, that's just interesting that it is. I mean, I think I've been hearing it for a couple of years that that record or vinyl was coming back. I mean, so why?
Sound quality. It comes down to sound quality, and there's a cathartic process there of putting it on, and it sounds like a fireside chat sometimes if it's dusty with the snaps, crackles, and pops. But there's something about being able to read the words and see the artwork. You just feel a closer connection to it.
I used to love being able to look at them and read the words to the songs.
Hard to read on a cassette case, It's really small.
Well, and then then all the stuff starts to come out and all that sort of stuff. And now you don't even, you just press a button, right?
Yeah.
Right. But the sound quality there, that's part of it. A lot of people can play music from their phones, and we sell record players that are Bluetooth capable, and you can send it through and it sounds fine. But what they did is when they digitized music, they compressed certain aspects like megahertz down to 440 when it should have been 444. You could ask Neil Young about it. He'll tell you the whole story. But the sound quality is truly analog on a vinyl format.
And you'll have a lot of the artists that come and perform, I'll ask them, do they have the regular tube type amplifiers, the good old tubes, or do they have the new modern ones? And they say tubes because the tubes sound better, warmer, I guess is what they call it. A warmer
Well, it's kind of the
sound.
difference between incandescent light and
That's right, and fluorescent light.
Yeah, I guess there's the difference
The
in all
new
that.
LEDs are blue.
So, how did you guys get your start?
Well, I was working at a record shop in the old I-40 flea market on the weekends, and it was only the weekends, and we had great customers, local musicians, collectors. At that point, we didn't have CDs or other stuff, and we were trying to expand, but we ran out of room there, so we moved to Salisbury at the Webb Road Flea Market, and we were there for a matter of years, and then...
Is it all the way down on the floor, whatever it is you dropped? Yeah.
It did hit the floor, yeah,
Okay, sorry.
So we were there for a matter of years, and it was still weekends only. And at that point, I was hearing from people in Statesville that this is really what we need, that there is no place to buy music. Ourselves, we were going to Charlotte to buy new music because where I was at doesn't have a distributor. So we set this up. It just worked out that I quit that record shop at the right time where one of my business partners in Ohio was going to open a shop up there. And he said, with his brother-in-law in conjunction with us, there's Casey, Derek Revis, and myself, Record Dave, got together and said, we need something in Statesville. And he was gracious enough to send down his music and invest. We invested every waking hour that we had here in town to do it. And we wound up getting a location that used to be the old Robes Charles record store almost 60 years ago. So it's come full circle, which is a perfect record pun, too.
Thank you very much. That's right. It's groovy.
Yeah, nice one.
So, what types of music do you guys carry?
We carry everything. We've got classical music, soundtracks, hip-hop. We sell a ton of country, outlaw country, new stuff from 21 Pilots to Billie Eilish. We have a distributor, so we can get
Billie
anything.
Eilish.
She's pretty talented.
I do, yeah.
She's original. I'll give her that.
That's true.
Yeah.
I just hear it when my daughter plays it, and I'm like, I kind of like that.
That's good.
So.
See?
So tell everyone, you guys have pretty expansive hours. I mean,
yeah,
you're open.
We're working on them. We didn't put them on the business cards or the door yet because we're trying to see what days does Statesville operate the most. But every time I think we don't need to be open on a Monday, we have a great Monday. And we sell record players, and those kids come back after they hook up the record player at home and buy more records because they just realize.
You sell record players?
Absolutely.
Really?
New and used, yeah.
Like real record players or turntables?
Well, I've got some turntables like Technics 1200s. I've got some DJ turntables that are $1,000 turntables, and I got some $75 turntables. But we also sell them all in one units, like the old Victrola.
Right.
But they'll play CDs these days or Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we get them from people that are buy-sell trade. So if they have a small one and they want to upgrade their sound, you bring it in, we'll put it towards a new system, and then somebody who's just starting out will want that Traveler to begin with.
Cool.
It is so cool, yeah.
And cassettes.
Cassettes are coming back too, again, because it's an analog sound.
Yeah.
So it's straight tape from the recording session, and there's something captured there that's not digitized.
Can you find cassette machines?
The cassette decks are harder to find. If I find a good boombox, it's either $200 or the cassette buttons don't work.
That's right.
But it still gets 92.9 every time.
There you are. Very good. That's right. I'm going to have to find that. And, of course, it would be way out of the way to say you get 8 tracks.
Well, one of our first days that we were actually open, after opening on St. Patty's Day, somebody pulled up in a 76 Firebird.
Yes.
And it had an 8-track player under the dash. And
Is
he
that
didn't know
right?
if it worked. And we had 2 8-tracks. We had a Tanya Tucker and a John Denver. And I said, I'm not going to make you pick. You can have them both because I'm not sure they'll work. And he did. He got Tanya Tucker to play in there.
Is that right?
That was pretty big, yeah. It was big for him.
funny.
Now I'm looking for more
John
8-tracks.
Denver.
How
I
about
love
that? Hey, it's good to be back home again. So you get new stuff too. We've been thinking about old vinyl and things like that, but there's new vinyl, right?
There is, and a lot of the new stuff is kind of niche or collectors. Now that they know people are saving these color pressings, like different colors of vinyl.
Yeah.
And there's a record store day event that happens a couple times a year. We're actually signed up for Black Friday record store day right after Thanksgiving. And that'll be the first time that we as a distributor can carry limited runs of records. Sometimes it'll be something that was released years ago, like Shotgun Willie. For the longest time, it was a $100 record because it had never been reissued. Well, now there's a $25 copy, and then there's going to be a colored copy coming out, and we just need to stay on top of the best music at the best price.
I feel like you're speaking like a foreign language to me.
This is the only language I know. Music.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a whole, world of people out there who are like really into this. Yeah.
And there's some people that just want to hear their favorite song on CD when they get in the car because they had a bad day at work. And there's nothing to say that collecting a vinyl is worth more than having that CD when you need it, as long as the music's there for the people. That's what was missing in Statesville, is a place to go get music.
Right. Okay, so here comes the one that some of us who have been around a while. I believe I'm the oldest one in the room. And so I have some old albums. I may still have some 45s. I don't know if I have those anymore or not. But anyway, do you buy?
Absolutely. Buy, sell, trade. That's the only way that we're going to get some of these older collections. It is hard to find original Zeppelins, stuff that's 70, 75 years old. And we've had the best friends. We've been given lava lamps. I mean, it's hard to make a new shop look 60 years old. We've got some 60-year-old Pakistani rugs. We've just been so blessed and fortunate to have the friends and family that we have.
If you've got all that, do you have like, bongs and things? I shouldn't go
Well,
there.
that would be the hookah lounge. That's who we replaced.
That's right. Just asking,
So that's next door at High Life. See, we're close.
So,
That's too funny.
I would imagine that you're drawing people from further than just the Statesville area.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I've reconnected with everybody who first had met me in Statesville. Some of them followed me to Salisbury. Now I have more of that group of people coming out this way. Plus, we're getting people from Charlotte, and I think they're trying to get their foot in the door. A lot of them are high-end collectors or DJs, and they know the competition is steep in Charlotte. There's more stores, but you're also going to stand in line with more people on these mornings when you want to be there when you open for this special release. And so they're starting to feel us out like, well, which ones will you get? And it's kind of a crapshoot. You don't know. You order 10 and they may send you 2 because they're so limited.
Right.
And we're just hoping, being a new store, first time on the list, we at least get one of each. Maybe,
Yeah,
hopefully.
that would be cool.
Yeah.
Do you do any online sales?
Not yet. We're really trying to keep it local. I'd much rather, like, there's a customer that has bought every Townes Van Zandt record we have, right?
Right.
And I've cut them a deal on the last 2 because I want to know they're all going to the same place. Like,
Right.
it's important to take care of that stuff.
That's right. Very good.
We're trying.
Some folks say, I don't care what you do with it after you get here. You can make a flying saucer out of it. But
Well, see, we buy it back, so I
You
want
can.
to.
Okay,
if he's
good.
going to keep it safe, I'll buy it back at that price in 6 months.
Let's see.
That's cool.
Let me look. Jody Rumpel says, Dave!
Jody was a drummer with the Catalinas, and his son is in several bands.
Congrats on the store opening. Be by soon.
Awesome. Thank you, Jody.
They should make that B-U-Y. Be by soon. Okay, fine.
Tell everyone where they can find you.
We're at
online
214 West Broad Street. We do have somewhat of an internet presence. There is a website. It's 3313records.com. The email's info at that website. And then we are on Instagram. That's 3313records also. Facebook is, I believe, life at 33.3. Which is what we say is the life speed spins at for us, 33 1/3. It's the speed of a 12-inch long-playing record.
Right.
And when we went to sign the lease, we had fantastic names. We were going to call it Solid Sounds, Inner Grooves, Sonic Nirvana, The Beat Cave, because it's long and dark and we didn't want to paint it. But when we sat there to sign the lease, we looked across the table and there were 3 of us like this, and we thought, this is just
It
given.
makes sense. Yeah, that's right.
And we don't have to explain it often to the vinyl guys. I know if you're coming to buy a CD, if you ask me what the name means, pretty much.
You can tell how old you are.
Yeah, and we're there. We're at 214 West Broad Street every day, at least 12 to 7. We're open later on Friday, earlier on Saturday. We're going to be open until 10 at night, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And every other Wednesday, like this upcoming Wednesday, we're doing open mic in the back of the shop. Spoken word, acoustic, ukulele, poetry, slam poetry. We just want to provide a place where musicians can get warmed up again for Friday After 5 coming back.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Thanks.
That's cool.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Well, welcome. We are excited to have you. I mean, I've heard really, like it's cool. Statesville has a record store.
Yeah, man.
I'm like,
that really is cool.
It's not a bad thing to hear. We hear that a lot. We don't think we're cool, but we're trying.
Okay. That's good.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
And gosh, Frontline Bargains, located at 218 West Broad Street. Gosh, you guys opened in March. and really cool stuff in there. Tell us a little bit, Julie, about what the concept of the store is and what you carry.
Okay. Well, the concept is to buy in bulk, overstocked items, shelf pulls, things of that nature, and then bring them to the store and sell them at least 25% off of the retail price. We have things such as housewares. We have lots of lawn and garden, especially good for this time of year. If you need string trimmers, chainsaws, that sort of thing. Am I allowed to say the name brand that we have?
Absolutely. I was going to say, tell us some of the name brands that you guys carry. Yeah.
I just had to check. We carry Ryobi, which is a really big name brand. We've got a lot of their stuff as far as the lawn care equipment. Pioneer Woman. We have so much Pioneer Woman. We have the pots and pan sets. We have the dishes.
I love her recipes. I know. Yeah.
Drummond.
Reed Drummond. Yeah.
And they're just so pretty, the floral patterns and things like that. And we've got plates. We've got the cookware is actually one of our April specials. It's an additional 5% off, so it's 30% off. So you can get like a really nice cookware set. And this is great if somebody's getting married or moving into a new apartment.
Yeah, I mean, that actually, I went in last night and was looking around, and you could buy some really good
You
gifts
can buy the
there.
entire cookware set for like $95 right now.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good deal. We also have like bedding and things like that in the store. We have small appliances, Instapots. We've got your Instapots. Let me tell you, we've got air fryers.
Like the Ninja. Yeah, I was looking
All
at
kinds of
those.
stuff like that.
That's a
and
big
really
thing
nice
now.
coffee pots, too.
Yeah, air fryers are the big thing.
The Keurigs, we've got the little compact size Keurigs.
Ah.
We even have a couple of espresso makers in there. Espresso makers, if you're into that. So yeah, so we got
Thank you.
we got a lot of that stuff. And again, it's at a discount off of retail, at least 25%, sometimes more. The lawn and garden equipment this month is another one of our specials. It's also 30% off of retail.
And when you say lawn and garden equipment, you mentioned string trimmers.
String trimmers, blowers, chainsaws, pressure washers, that sort of thing. So check with us before you go buy at the big box stores because we'll save you some money.
Absolutely. And so for those that maybe not know, is that correct English? Maybe not know.
It is down here.
Yes, that's right. You're on West Broad. What's your next door to? That would be the
Mexican restaurant is right beside us.
Taco and Tento, yeah.
And we are directly across from the crosswalk. So we see you when you take that crosswalk from Bank of America.
That's right. Some may remember it as the
Visitor Center.
Thank you very much. I knew there was something.
Yes.
And if you're really old like me, you remember it as Merritt's Clothing Store. That was way back. Louis Merritt had it. It's a cool, and it was a bookstore for a while. And it's really a cool place. It's a nice building.
It is.
And even though it may be kind of skinny in the front, it goes back a long way, like you were talking
is.
about. So
Very deep store.
Yeah. Very deep.
Very deep.
What are your hours and how can people find you online?
We are on Facebook and we do post things on there. I'm considering doing some little demos of things. I've been working with a bread maker.
I saw that
and I
on
like
Facebook.
making.
She made a loaf of bread and was like, come in and try.
Really?
And it makes the store smell so good.
Oh, I bet it does.
And if you're lucky, I might give it away some days if I'm feeling particularly generous.
Hey.
But yeah, so I like doing that. But I'm thinking about trying an Instapot. And I think it would be hilarious because I've never used one and I'm kind of scared of them. And I know there are a lot of people out there who are. So I'm thinking I'll just go Facebook Live with that and let everybody see my struggles and see how easy they actually are. Because everybody says they're really easy and they're really convenient. So anyway, we are on Facebook. Our hours, Monday through Friday, 10 to 7. Saturdays, 10 to 6. And sometimes we open on Sunday too. And if we do, it'll be 12 to 5 if we're open on Sundays. We're kind of, again, trying to, like he said, filling out the hours downtown and trying to learn what would work best for us.
Right. Yeah. So when we come in, when we open that door, what are we going to see? Like, are we going to see all this merchandise there everywhere? What I'm getting at is, we were talking about before we went on the air. We're talking about an old store that used to be here a long time ago called Junk and Stuff. Mm-hmm. And you open the door and it's just there in your face. Mm-hmm. But is this like that kind of warehouse type thing, or you got the shelves and the nice laid out and all that?
This is set up very nice and very shopper friendly. When you come in the door, you're going to find some gift items on the right, like Instax camera bundles, which would be great if you've got little kids, the little instant cameras.
Yeah.
It's the whole bundle for like $40. So it's great to grab for like a birthday gift or something out the door. And on the left side, we've got other gift ideas. They call them like the men's gifts kind of things, but
Oh yeah,
the
Day.
exactly. Multi-tools. What else? Like organizers for your desk,
What's that
cocktail
called?
shakers.
Yeah, the little where you can put your liquor and
And it's cool because it's like a mason
You
jar.
would know that in your office. I'm sure you have that.
I can't think of the name of it, so yeah, I'm really.
A cocktail shaker, but these are like mason jars. They're really cute.
Oh, really?
And the thing about the store is everything in there is new.
So you're
it's not
buying,
used things.
like when you're talking about the junk and stuff and some other places. It's old. Or
This is
it's
all
junk.
brand new
This is
inventory.
brand
This is
new.
new
Where are
things.
some of the stores that you're getting the?
Our things come from like Walmart, from Target, places like that, shelf pulls that are overstocks that they have, or maybe the box changed design or something and they don't sell it anymore.
Right.
Or maybe the box had a little damage, but the item itself is perfect. So you may see some things that are sitting out without boxes. That's why.
Okay.
And again, we do take returns. So if, you can buy with confidence that if I get home and this Instapot doesn't work, then you can bring it back and exchange it.
That's kind of unusual for stores like that. So
Exactly. I think that's a big deal.
And they usually have a sign. You buy it, it's yours or
Exactly.
whatever it is.
You look at it too long, it's yours. No, just teasing.
And if I say I want a string trimmer, so I come in, I see what I want, I buy it right then and walk out with it. You don't have to order it, and it'll be here in 2 weeks.
No. It's right there on the store. You get to carry it out yourself. We've got a great little alleyway if you're out walking downtown, which it's beautiful to walk downtown if you're walking. You can go get your car and drive in, and we'll load it up for you. So it's very convenient.
How often do you? I'm assuming you're getting different stuff in all the time.
Yes, we are.
So it's kind of one of those places that you have to.
Check back often.
And
I just got some really exciting news this morning. We're in the downstairs of the 218 West Broad Street.
Right.
In May, we're actually going to expand to the upstairs.
Really?
And we're going to have all new selection of things. And I've got a list here: housewares, toys, tools, lawn and garden, electronics, kitchenware, sporting goods, home decor, bedding, school supplies, and bath type items, and probably a lot more than that. And from what he's told me, the prices are going to be better than 25% off.
Really?
Yeah. So you may want to check with us before you make any purchases along those lines.
Doggone right.
Yeah.
That upstairs is again, it's a long. It's skinny, but it's long.
Yeah, it's a beautiful space. I love it with the windows
really
and
is.
everything. So.
That was a kind of an apartment business thing at one time. So it's a cool thing. I like it.
You know what else it used to be?
What?
It used to be a bead store that I owned. So it's kind of a
That
funny
too.
story that I'm back in that space. And
That is kind of
I love
crazy.
that space.
Yeah.
It just comes around.
It really does.
Well, that's great.
Again, comes around.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Well, that's really great. And what's the name of the business again?
Frontline Bargains.
And are you online?
Yes, we are on Facebook. We are working on an online store through Amazon. Hopefully to get that up and running pretty soon. And working on also our website.
MasterCard, Visa, American Express?
Of course.
Okay, want to make sure.
Absolutely.
The wife doesn't let me have money,
And she lets you have a credit card?
but I got a credit card. Well, it's a debit card, so anyway, I can't spend too much.
Yeah.
A man's got to know his limitations. So anyway, I know my limitations are set by my wife. Anyway, these are two great stores here in downtown.
Yeah, you've got to stop in and check them out and come prepared to go home with something.
That's right. Go get you some
And
records.
get you a record player.
That's right.
Something you need, whether you knew it or not.
That's right.
Yeah. That's what when I went in there last night, I was like, oh, yeah, I need that.
That's right.
Need that coffee pot.
That's right. Get you a Keurig or 2 or 3.
There's some nice pots in there. So,
I bet there is. All right. Thank you so much, Marin.
Yes, thank you.
Downtown on Tap. And if someone wants to know more about downtown Statesville,
downtownstatesville.com.
how easy is that? And actually really is a nice website.
Thank you.
It's got a bunch of all the different stuff. And if you're looking to become a business owner in downtown Statesville, you've got listed all the different shops that may be available.
Absolutely.
Although they're limited now because there's so many stores downtown. All right. Thank you, Marin.
Thank you.
And thank you very much. Wait a minute, Julie. And thank you, Records.
Record
Dave.
Thank you.
That's right. All right. It is 10:27.
If you notice mom or dad can't quite hear like they used to, the experts at Carolina Hearing and Tinnitus are here to help. Dr. Julie Rossi and her staff know how difficult these discussions can be and are ready to guide you through the process. The doctors of audiology at Carolina Hearing and Tinnitus are committed to providing the best care for your loved ones. With 5 locations to serve you, put your hearing in the hands of true doctors of audiology.